sure are you about the dream that you have? A lot of us are just sitting ducks. I do. And when we pray, God is asking us, what do I bless? He's asking, what do I bless? You are praying, yes. But you see, I cannot bless an emptiness. Can you bring a basket? Check all the miracles of provision that even were made in the Old Testament. That woman whose children were taken as slaves, in place of the debts that the husband who passed on, a prophet, owed. And this woman went to the prophet and said, of course the prophet is a spiritual man, pray for me so that my debts will disappear. The prophet could have said, come, let me lay hands on you. All your debtors will not give you miracle calls and say, we forgive you your debt. We forgive you your debt. The same God who has the capacity to make people to forgive you your debts, can he not create the resources so that you can pay your debts? Which one is more honorable? Because if you have the resources to pay the debt, you will keep having resources for surplus. Which one is better? She expected the man to pray. The man said, what do you have in your house? So the question God is asking you this evening is, what do you have in your house? What do you have in your hand? What do you have as something that God can multiply? Because if you put multiple zeros together, it will still be zero. But if you put 1 plus 1, you have 2. Then you carry the 2, put 2 plus 2, you have 4. And then you begin to multiply. So what do you have? You have to have something. And God has given you something to have. And the woman looked down on what she had. She said, I have nothing but a cruse of oil. That's enough. That's enough. That's a seed. Whatever you have is a seed. You may be looking at it as so small. Seeds are actually small. Seeds are never big. Have you ever seen a seed that carries seed and they are struggling? It's no longer a seed, that's a harvest. That's a harvest. A seed is always small. And so if you have something small, you have something that God can multiply. And so he said to her, what do you have? We have but a cruse of oil. He said, okay, now, since you have a seed, let's look for where to plant the seed. Go and borrow vessels. Not what? Not a few. If you have the seed, can you draw up a plan? Then you go and draw one small chicken a plan according to the seed. If it is a seed, why draw a plan again? Just throw it away. Since your plan is according to your seed. No, your plan is according to your harvest. Your plan should be according to what you want to harvest, not what you have. A lot of us look at ourselves from the basis of what we have in our hands and conclude and judge ourselves. And then you talk to somebody who does not even see beyond what you have. And the person say, so he's 10,000, you say you want to do business with him. This Nigeria, in this economy, better go and use it to feed your family. Don't eat your seed, sow it. She was told to go borrow vessels, since the seed cannot produce vessels. So she went and rented vessels. There is nothing wrong in taking capital for business in a loan form, as long as you don't use it for consumption. I was reading someone's interview recently. He said, the poor man borrows to feed himself. The rich man borrows to invest. He said, I became rich through borrowing. I borrowed, invested. That investment brought profit. I paid the money I borrowed and I continued with the capital. So she was asked to go and borrow vessels, not a few. So she went to her neighbors, and her neighbors would have been laughing at her. Imagine she told them, and one prophet said, make I go gather vessels. They will still laugh at her. Say, no be your business. And every time you want to start a venture that with a seed, Don't announce to everybody. Imagine she announced to everybody that prophet want to do miracle, make oil full my house. Na me no sabi gather vessel, make them full my own. So she gathered the vessels, the one she could acquire. And the prophet said, go inside, lock your door. Some things are done in the secret. It's not every miracle that is in the open. When the result comes, it will be in the open. So there's some plans you have now. Don't tell anybody.
Yes, sir.
You tell anybody, they will burst it with discouragement. Alright? If you have to tell anybody for further encouragement, come and tell me. Me, I will encourage you. There are people who cannot take the volume of your dream.
Yes, sir.
So don't bring them into your circle. Alright? Surround yourself with men and women who understand this, that you know. Alright? So she borrowed vessel, filled all the vessels miraculously, and the moment the vessel was completely filled and there was none again, the miracle stopped. Your miracle will always stop where you create capacity. The more you know, the more you earn. The more you know, the more you earn. If you know small, you will get small. If you gather small vessels, you will be filled with small. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is